Hi, Munky. I'm Roach.
Hi, I'm Sadie.
Welcome to another Instagram Live here in sunny Southwest Florida. It's hot as balls. I know it's hot out there. It's Cali, so I mean, you get it. You get it. And a whole new world for us with this quarantine.
Hey.
Hey.
Well, listen, man. What are you doing to, basically, keep yourself busy? Because I know you guys are touring machines. And
yeah, this is unusual for us. We're used to being on the road and working, and we've had to kind of step back, which is good because we have 5,000 kids, and so it's given us time to really be home with them and enjoy that. Because typically we'd be in Europe or something and touring, and we spend a lot of birthdays away from our families. I think it's good. It's good to step back, and it reminds people of how important it is how important live music is, and how important we all just love to be together and enjoy concerts, or even just go to a movie. One of the things that glues us together and gets us through these times is music, and listening to, having time to really dig into your library of music and find old things. And for me, it's been finding old vinyl that I love and enjoy, and turning my kids on to like a record player. They're like, "Oh my God, this is amazing!" Well, put the needle on the record. And
what band have you been going back to?
Van Halen, Black Sabbath.
Favorite Van Halen album?
What?
Wait, favorite Van Halen singer?
David Lee Roth.
Okay. I figured. Just checking.
Well, he wasn't just a singer.
That guy's a character.
Did you have a favorite Van Halen album, Munky?
The first one when I was 9 years old, when I heard Eddie Van Halen play Eruption, I was just like, what is that? Who is that? What am I hearing? How can I have more of that? What I couldn't understand it. And I loved it.
So Eddie Van Halen, obviously a big influence. Do you have like Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, any of those guys?
Yeah, for sure. When I saw the movie Crossroads,
right,
then I was like, okay, I want to be that guy, Jack Butler. And I'm sure every other kid, that was sort of like, I want to be that guy. How do I, everybody wants to be a guitar hero at some point in their life, whether they know it or not.
And you are one.
I know. I'm so lucky to have great band members who, none of us could do it without each other, I think,
Now, is it crazy for you to know that, like we were just talking about, like artists like Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, those were influences for you, and now somebody watching us right now, they're probably saying, man, one day I want to play like Munky.
I mean, that's just, it's mind-blowing that, it's just generation of art inspiring art. And I think it's just trying to find a unique way, a unique, genuine way to, because, you think, oh, everything's been done. But, every person's unique, every person's different. So however they want to kind of use influence and inspiration to translate it into what they want to say, what the songs they want to, try to produce, it'll be different. As long as it's genuine, and as long as it's unique, and as long as it's, pure from their heart, I think it'll be, successful in what they want.
If you were talking to a young kid right now who's, let's say, 14, 15, 16, and they say, how can I, what do I need to do to get to your level? What advice would you say?
Have a lot of patience. Try to find band members that you get along with and that you can compromise with. We've been really fortunate in having that in our band. Try to split the money evenly, and have, because it's a business, and you don't want anybody to say, wait a minute, he made more than me later, when things start to take off. But I think find people that you communicate with, and that's fun. You never want to not have fun doing, because that's, at the end of the day, that's what we're doing what we love because it's fun.
Well, I've got a question from a listener that I thought was really awesome. This gentleman named Jason asked me, he said, with all of your music, if you think about your music as a kid and you love all your kids, but was there ever a kid that you didn't expect to do so well, but it did really well? So was there ever a song that you guys put together that you thought was a great song, but you were like blown away that it did so well? Was there any of these songs that did so well that you were just blown away with that you never thought it would be?
There was a song that we had on our album Follow the Leader, which was so different from anything we've ever written before. And I was like, this is kind of whack, man. I don't know. At the time, it was like, it's so different and it's kind of poppy and commercial. But it was definitely out of our comfort zone as far as writing songs. And then once it kind of grew on us and I started listening to the recording, I was like, this song actually could be pretty big. And that was the song called Got the Life.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, because
Really?
it was just so different. It had a hook. It had, I don't know, it wasn't like your traditional, like heavy, like, you know, it had like a disco beat in it.
That's a great thing about Korn, and obviously the library you guys have. I mean, every time I've gone to your shows and every time I've had the chance to meet you all, you've always been very gracious to your fans, and your live shows are just amazing. The energy. And when you're done, when you guys finish a show, do you guys just truly feel spent?
It depends on the weather. It depends on what you did the night before. I mean, usually, yeah, you're pretty wiped out. But you still kind of ride a wave of adrenaline, you know, you still have that like, oh my God, this and that. And yeah, it takes a couple of hours, honestly.
Sure.
When you're up there, like, I think we all wonder from the audience perspective, like, what can you see? Like, can you see the crowd, or is it just like lights? You know, when people are like doing crazy things, do you ever get to see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I see some crazy shit.
I bet you've seen some crazy stuff for sure.
And there's a lot of crazy stuff that the other guys say, did you see that, you know, person holding up a dead animal? Like, for real, that's actually happened. And then I'm like, no, what happened? And so we have stories a lot of times after the show, like, oh, this one person was like holding a sign that said, y'all suck or whatever. But there's a lot of going on that you have a great vantage point, obviously, being on stage, but you know, you have to, I've got to play the songs right. My attention has to be focused. And then you have these lights in your face. The sound is coming at you. You got someone screaming at you. There's a lot of distraction.
Can you give us a funny moment on stage? Like a moment that you remember that, man, this happened. This was funny as hell.
Yeah, it's embarrassing. But I'll tell you what it is. I can't remember, we were in Europe or something. We're probably about 3/4 of the way through. And I was like, yo, I gotta pee. I gotta pee bad. And I was like, wait. And I remember drummer started the song Blind.
Yeah.
And I was like, seriously? I can't hold it. And I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna go in my pants. I peed in my pants because I could not stop. I can't stop the middle of the song. I'm just gonna let it go.
Or turn around?
Just soaked my pants. Like, peed in my pants as a grown man.
Awesome. Well, listen, I know we're taking up a lot of your time. Congratulations on the new album, The Nothing. The new single, Can You Hear Me? Sounds amazing. Now top 5.
Thank you.
Rolling.
Thank you. And thank you to all the listeners that have made the song, you know, get on top of the chart. And thanks for having me. Thanks all the fans. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching.